Good evening. I'm Mriedu from Vani Coach, and I'm super excited to have Mr. Anup Shetty from SBI MF on board with us. Welcome, Anup.
Hi. Yeah, thank you, ma'am.
So, you have been practicing on the Vani app for almost 2 months now. And I must say it's commendable that you have been very consistent with your practice. So, I would love to hear your experience about the communication fitness program.
Yeah, from my side, it's a new experience for me because I'm not a public speaker as
Mm-hmm.
such. So something which I normally speak and I don't even know how people react to it and all. So this
Mm-hmm.
was something which was good where we could hear how we speak, how we articulate to everybody.
Right.
And then when the coaches started giving us feedbacks on how we sounded, how we should speak and all, that was
Mm-hmm.
something good for us because it really helped us to get in touch with the audience,
Mm-hmm.
and we also came to know how the audience think about how we speak. Do
Okay.
they really like how we speak, and in what way like we should be speaking to them? So
Oh.
that's a good thing because it public speaking, which we are not used to,
Mm-hmm.
something which we don't like and we shy away from. So this is
Right.
something which has helped us being more bold and more able to speak out in the larger forums.
Of course, of course. So, Anup, like you're aware that when in the Vani Communication Fitness Program, we take care of thinking, articulation, accuracy, and presence, the four primary areas that we
Right.
focus on. So, when you started, what were the areas that you primarily wanted to focus on? And is there any technique that you've applied or any frameworks that you're using to improve upon those areas?
The best thing was that I was looking at how to articulate how I speak,
Okay.
and then like when my coach like told me ki you have to be to the point, you all
Mm-hmm.
have to have a structure. Like when you speak, you have to start with what you want to speak, and then
Mm-hmm.
go forward, and then end with the conclusion what people can take away from what you have spoken. So
Okay.
it is better to have an agenda always first, and then
Mm-hmm.
go on speaking because people know what to expect from you. So that is what my coach she started putting it to me, because you just can't start with anything and end with anything. It has to have a idea. It has to flow in a nice way. So
Absolutely.
that is what I learned from her a lot, and which
Okay.
I keep on checking with Paushali for feedbacks.
Okay. So, do you think this personalized approach of Vani has really helped you being connected with a coach and a mix of technology? How has it helped you?
A mist of technology, yes, because we never listen to what we speak. So recording ourselves, listening to ourselves makes us really understand how bad we are or how good we are.
Mm-hmm.
And when the coaches have a personal touch with us, so we can always like before our test and before our exams also, we used to get in touch with her on WhatsApp. See, this is what we are going to speak, and is it right? So
Okay.
this is the order we want to speak. So that's when the feedback comes to us. No, this is not the order. So you have to change the order how you speak and how you carry on
Okay.
yourself in the public.
Uh-huh.
So it's really good because it not only helps us at work, it also helps us outside also.
Wonderful. And it's amazing to see the kind of rapport you have with your coach, that, your coach is available for you when you need her. You are getting
Absolutely.
regular feedbacks. I think that is the highlight of Vani, that apart from practicing on the app, you get those feedbacks which help you improve.
Absolutely, absolutely. Because we are busy during the day, so while we go home, it's nice for our coach to be available on WhatsApp at least to tell us what to do and what not to do. So that's a compliment for my coach.
Wow, we'll surely pass it on, and she'll be glad to hear that. And I'm glad to hear that, this personalized approach of Vani has really helped you in different
Right,
spheres of your life. Like
right.
you just said, Anup, that you have a busy day, all tied up throughout the day. So, what makes you actually show up and practice consistently?
I see. I have normally been a shy guy. I don't like to speak. So this is something which I want to explore right now.
Okay.
Speaking in public. So
Uh-huh.
this is this helps me in the evening or whenever I get time to see on to speak on topics. How spontaneous are we, or do
Okay.
we have to prepare ourselves to speak,
Mm-hmm.
or how we sound? Actually, that is important. How we sound and what we speak, is it making sense to the opposite guy? So that
Right.
really makes me now look at the trainings, and that helps us out.
Okay. I think that's amazing. Like we say, it's about taking 12 to 15 minutes of your taking out that time every day for regular practice. But it's actually an effort to work on ourselves. We might work on a number of things in our life, but to work on personal development is very crucial. And
Yes,
I'm happy that you're taking out that effort, and you're also seeing that difference, a visible difference.
it helps us a lot. It really helps us because that helps us being confident. Like when we speak,
Okay.
I still have a long way to go, but yeah, it's a good starter.
Great. And have people around you noticed any change? Have you got any feedback from your colleagues?
I think I'm more vocal nowadays.
Oh, wonderful. Okay. And how has Vani helped you in your productivity at your workplace?
Productivity, yes, because I am more able to focus on myself. I'm able
Mm-hmm.
to plan what I want to speak out to my seniors or something.
Okay.
I am not in a rush. You have
Mm-hmm.
to wait, think, and before you speak. And also,
Okay.
it helps me to look at the audience to whom I'm speaking.
Okay.
Earlier, it was like you just start without even thinking about what your audience wants to listen. So now it's better to be planned, and it's always good to have to check with your coach also. Okay, this is my audience. Is it right to speak or not? So yeah,
Okay.
that helps us.
So now you speak
So
keeping in mind the listener's need.
yes,
Okay.
and even if my listener has given a feedback, so it is better to think about it and next time be
Uh-huh.
prepared for. So that helps.
Wonderful. So now the primarily changes are that you're speaking according to what the listeners expect, and you're being more to the point now.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
and it's good to check with the coach also. See whether this is what feedback I got. So is it is it the right one, or is it something which I
Right.
don't? I just have to ignore it.
Okay. And getting that feedback and then implementing it when we practice on Vani and also in our day-to-day lives.
Right, absolutely right.
Anup, I'll just go back to what you said that by nature you are shy and now you're more vocal. So what does your family have to say about this personally?
I don't know. I'll be good like when I go with my kid to school. So
Uh-huh.
probably he won't be as shy as me. So that's something which I work around with him.
Okay, that's good to hear, and I'm sure people around would notice that difference. Your colleagues would notice that difference. You feel more confident now internally.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, I feel confident, and I know the now the difference key how you should be prepared before you go for anything. So it's better to be prepared. Wait for some time, think for 2 minutes, and then speak. So that really helps.
Wow, I'm really glad that in the span of just 2 months, you've been able to see that difference in your communication, and it is being noticed. People are also noticing that you feel that your productivity at workplace has gone up because of all this. I think it's wonderful to hear that. Last, I would like to know that how do you think is Vani different from a standard communication course?
I don't know. This is the first communication course like we went through, and
Okay,
so this is something which has taught us to think about ourselves, how we are as a person,
right.
and it's better to know. And there's always room for improvement. So a negative feedback is also good for us. So take it in the right way and then try to work out. And if
Uh,
you have a good coaches like you all, so it's always good to be frank enough and say, "Ki, yes, I don't know, I committed a blunder. So you tell me how to do it." So that's
right.
always good.
No, and I must say that, Pashali is one of the best coaches that we have. And I'm really glad that you gel up with each other and she's able to give you that feedback. And like you said, a positive and a negative feedback, everything is welcome. How you implement that matters, right?
Yes. Yes. And absolutely, she is available anytime. So I, you
Okay.
can ping her or WhatsApp her at any time in the evening. Probably that's not the right time for us to do it also, but she's always available at that time also. So it's one thing that she's really been there for us.
So good to hear that. Would you recommend Vani to your family, colleagues, and people around you?
If anybody wants to have a good public speaking, yeah,
Mhm.
surely,
So good to hear
surely,
that.
that's the best. That's the best thing for everyone. In fact,
Wow.
that's important in nowadays. You should be a good public speaker. So that's important.
Yeah. I think more and more organizations are realizing the value of upskilling their employees with the right communication skills, because that
Yeah.
plays a major role. Now things switched to online suddenly one fine day. We all were online communicating with each other without being there physically. So yes, people have realized the
Really help.
importance of effective
Yes,
communication
absolutely.
skills.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Anup, it was wonderful speaking to you. I know you have such a busy
Okay.
schedule, and you've taken out time to
No,
connect
no.
with me
It's
on a
just those
busy.
off days we have.
Sorry.
No, no, it is just those off days we have. So then we are busy. Otherwise, this time we are almost free by this time.
No, but the fact that you still took
And it's
out
a
time
pleasure.
on a working day
No,
to connect with me.
no, no, it's a pleasure for us also to be in touch with you guys because it helps us out a lot. So
No, it
it's
was
it is always
lovely.
both ways.
Absolutely, absolutely. It was my pleasure to connect with you today and to hear such wonderful things that you had to say about Vani.